Welcome back to a professional match of StarCraft 2. Today it's time for a best-of-5 series of Protoss versus Terran, where in game number 1 we find ourselves on Lightshade. So spawning here in the bottom right-hand corner, playing with the blue Protoss probes from Taiwan, we have Haas. Now Haas, of course, might be considered to be one of the most fun Protoss players to watch. I know many of you in the comment section at the very least are massive fans of this man, just because he likes to play the game a little bit differently, and he's not afraid to play hyper cheesy. Be it with like 100 probes, right, going up against a Terran player, or by planting down literally all of his structures on the other side of the map. Well, it seems like that is already not gonna happen, but anyways, his opponent in the opposite corner. Playing with the red Terran SCVs from Mexico, we have one of the highest ranked non-Korean Terran players in the world, and his name is SpeCial. Well, I mean, that's his name. It's not that his name is like special. Anyways, I'm actually really excited to be recording this video. So here's the thing, right? The videos that have been going up over the last couple of days, I prepared, you know, last week. So this is crazy, but on Sunday, right, so last Sunday, this really nice lady all of a sudden jabbed me with a needle. It was crazy. So I felt a little rough on Monday, and Tuesday it was a bit better, but Wednesday I felt pretty good. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, I'm just double checking what day it actually is. No, but I'm excited to be recording videos again. Generally speaking, I know that most YouTubers enjoy preparing a couple of videos in advance, or they upload like once a week, or I don't know. That seems to be the way that most people do it, but honestly, most of the time, I've been doing this for years. Most of the time, I upload the video that I'm recording, you know, that day, that same day. I know that's a little bit funky, and maybe not necessarily the best way of doing it, but I kind of enjoy it that way. Just take it, you know, day to day, don't really concern too much about tomorrow. I mean, obviously we all do, but I try and, yeah, just upload what I've got for that day to the YouTube channel as well. And I think that's been the most fun way, at the very least, for me to do it. Anyway, so it's going to be a Protoss vs. Terran, a best-of-5 series. This is from the TSL 7, so that's not a really cool thing about today. I mean, I guess technically last night, but basically a new replay pack is available. I retweeted it as well on Twitter in case you're interested. It's at LowkoTV if you wanted to pick up this replay pack yourself. But it's from the Team Liquid Star League number 7. There's apparently some really good games there. I mean, I've said this a couple of times before, but basically whenever I know there's a premier tournament going on, I want to watch it as a fan of StarCraft, but as someone who likes to cast games as well, I prefer not having seen the games before I obviously cast them, so I actually didn't see that many of the matches. Anyways, so we have a double Reaper opener right here by SpeCial. SpeCial, of course, knows that he's going up against Haas, right? Now, Haas, in case you've never seen a game of his before, because I have covered him quite a lot on the YouTube channel, but not as often as, you know, some of these other players. Haas really does play the game a little bit differently. Once upon a time, he made it to the grand finals of, I want to say, WCS Valencia, I think. He ended up, oh, actually, ooh, this is a little bit awkward. Okay, ooh, nice grenade over there. He's trying to go after a couple of the probes. Anyways, he faced Serral in the grand finals of, I believe it was Valencia, but it could have been another tournament. Either way, he took down some very good players along the way, and he did so by playing very cheeky games, very cheesy matches. I don't think his Hellion is going to achieve too much more. It takes 3 of those Hellion fires to get rid of one of the workers. Although, yeah, this one will be picked off. Reaper's going right now. I like this actually a lot from SpeCial, though. So, I think one of the issues that oftentimes happens with Haas is that players let him do, right? Because they're scared of what, like, he's capable of. Because he's not afraid to just play very cheesy. They just kind of let him do whatever he likes, right? They play very defensively. You would see Terran players, like, putting down a bunker and a missile turret and a missile turret over there. And then, you know, they play very, very defensively, letting Haas do whatever, right? Now, Haas has been responding to that sort of playstyle over the last couple of months by making like 100 workers, literally. Like, he would take like 4 bases super quickly, knowing that his opponent would play to his image. Actually, a little bit of a Widow Mine drop. This shouldn't deal too much. Okay, I was going to say. It's a bit much. Sorry, parry the probe. You're going to get picked up. Medevac is going to be able to leave for now. I mean, there is a Phoenix available. Second Phoenix now also comes out. A couple of Adepts are moving across the map. But anyways, I like what SpeCial is doing here. Basically wearing the pants in this particular game, right? Just playing a lot more aggressively. Making sure... Oh, that's not a good shade. Making sure that he does not get caught off guard. I mean, the reason for that is obviously the fact that these Widow Mines are still being a nuisance. He doesn't really have any detection here. Oh, good. Oh, no. That is not supposed to happen. So he actually had the timing wrong there. Oh, look at the special actually retargeting there as well. There's a cooldown, right, on the Widowmine shot. And when it's available again, you can shoot once more. Now, I think that Haas probably thought he had like another 2 seconds there, so he didn't pull the probes. Usually they look at the clock and then they kind of calculated what... Maybe he did math while playing a game, you know? You don't want to do that. That's crazy. Yeah, good game so far for Special, I would say. I mean, obviously playing this aggressively... I mean, I would say. It's a very good game for Special. Obviously, when playing this aggressively, you do spend a lot of money on army, right? So you gotta take the advantage with a bit of a grain of salt. Everything that is as a follow-up right now is going to be a little bit delayed. But I want to see right now how Haas intends on fighting this. Because, I mean, there's Phoenixes, right? And there's 2 Adepts. I wouldn't even really consider this an army. Not to, like, roast the Phoenixes or anything, but Marines are pretty good. Yeah, there is a shield battery. Shield battery is also pretty good. I feel like you can continue pushing. Special, hello. The thing is, Special doesn't really know exactly, right? Ooh, I feel like this is something that Special can just push with. Phoenixes do have a lot of energy, but, like, it takes as much energy for a Phoenix to lift up a Cyclone as it would a Marine. So they would run out very quickly. Battery overcharge actually not available. Good lock-on right there as well by the Cyclone. Does he have energy in the main base? Okay, yeah, he does. So battery overcharge is available right now. Landed Viking gets picked up by a freaking Phoenix. That's not something you see all day. Immortal now also out. I mean, he's dealing a lot of damage here, though. Like, the thing is, I know Terran players are gonna disagree, but Marines are basically free. At least they feel that way when you play Terran. It's like, yeah, you lose 10 Marines, but, like, you know, whoop-de-doo, right? It's not a siege tank or, like, you know, a medevac. Well, I mean, this is doing a lot more. Yeah, okay, this is good. I thought for a second Special was gonna go back. Phoenixes, though, are slowly but surely picking up a lot of this army. 3 probes end up going down. Immortal is also getting in a lot of shots, already up to 5 kills here. Maybe it is about time to go home right now. Yeah, Special has already got the next transition coming up. He's going for Stimpak, as well as the combat shield upgrade, and then also, where is it? The NGB with the +1 infantry weapons. This does mean that Haas, I guess, can now have free reign of the map for at least a little bit. Phoenixes are getting quite a lot of work done. Those Phoenixes actually have been absolutely critical. I mean, I don't even have that many kills combined. How many Phoenixes have gone down? 2 only, yeah. Yeah, they're super nice. I like Phoenix openers a lot. I've said this many times before, but I like Phoenix openers a lot just because it's difficult for Terran players to push in this particular matchup when they see Phoenixes. And then all of a sudden, right, they swoop into your base, they kill a bunch of workers. And they're actually surprisingly tanky. Like, they can live through Widowmine shots and everything as well. Oh my god. 1 hit point, literally. 1 hit point. He's gonna replenish shields though, so he'll be fine again soon. Transition right now from the Protoss player after losing that little observer right there on the other side of the map. It's gonna be a Colossus, and he's also gonna extend his thermal lens. That was my nickname in college. No, but he's gonna get the extended thermal lens upgrade. And obviously getting the Colossi out is gonna be very useful. He's got 3 sentries right now. Let's see. Can he get anything? No, I don't... No. Why is that siege tank sieging up over there? I guess he's scared of, like, zealots charging forward here. The funny thing is, there's not even a Twilight Council at this point for Haas. So, he's got, like, it's... Wait, hold up. Is he... No. So this is kind of awkward, actually. This kind of feels like a Wings of Liberty army right now. He's just going Colossi? Wait, if you go this many gateways, you really do need a Twilight Council, don't you? So, Prism comes up. Is he really gonna go for a push with, like, Mass Stalker or something along those lines? I'm not entirely sure if I like that. Anyways, both players have now secured their 3rd bases. Haas, of course, not taking the gases on this expo, because, you know, it's Haas. Oh, there's finally the Twilight. That Twilight feels extremely late to me. Yeah, it feels to me like you can't really push, right? So this is good, by the way. Yeah, the Phoenixes. This is why I like Phoenixes, guys. I mean, I've said it a million times, but that's really nice. Ooh, I also like what he's doing over here. So Haas is actually trying to play to the map over here. There's a force field. It's a little hard to see in the tall grass. It's kind of like a Pokemon. But he's got himself an observer over there on the high ground, seeing everything. And that force field obviously slowed down his push quite a lot, allowing Haas more warp ins. The problem is, though, Zealots without charge don't do anything, do they? Once again, decent force fields. Gonna be able to get rid of the rocks here. It's slowing down this push a lot, but like, yeah, without charge, these Zealots are just gonna get kited, right? Like, they're just gonna get picked off. Liking this push for Special a lot. He's probably a little confused as well. Like, why is that not done? Colossi are getting a lot of work done, though. Those Colossi, they deal bonus damage to Marines, and those Marines are getting picked off very, very quickly. Problem is, Marauders, they're not so good against those. And at that point, yeah, like right as I said it, the Terran units are breaking through. That being said, Prism picked up the weakened Colossus there, the one that was getting hit. Battery overcharge now also available. Colossi walk back to the safety of that shield battery. Oh my god, is he actually holding on here? I think Haas is actually holding on here. He's got the big hitter still. Okay, one of the laser giraffes does go down, but at the cost of pretty much the entire Terran army. I feel like with charge, actually, this fight would have looked way better for Haas. I mean, I know I've said it like 17 times, and I'm going to shut up about it right now, but that fight was very close. I feel like with charge, it would have been, yeah, quite a bit better. All right. He's going to repair the siege tank, and the Medivacs, and the Viking. I like the way that Haas is doing this. It reminds me a little bit of the way that Parting likes to play. Parting, of course, always out on the map as well with these units. It's just that Parting would 100% have, like, Blink done, rather, at this stage in the game, okay? 12 minutes into a PvT, Parting is playing, 0 chance that he doesn't have Blink done. Medivacs are out of energy, though, so these are mostly just paperweights here. Well, they have a little bit of energy, but they use it right away. This could be good right here for Special. I mean, it's very Marauder heavy and a couple of siege tanks as well. But obviously, if you get caught off guard like this, Haas can jump right on top of it before the tanks can actually siege up. A couple of SCVs available here as well. Trying to repair those tanks to the best of their abilities. The problem is, yeah, this seems to me like a numbers game, right? Still no Blink available. He hasn't even started it up. 7 additional Zealots get warped in. At the same time, I think something may have... No, actually, obviously. Those were the SCVs right there at the front. I thought for a second the SCV counter right there on the left. It's like a Zealot run by or something along those lines. Ooh, Vikings. Shooting some shots right there at the Colossus. Incidentally, also baiting those Stalkers into the range right there of the siege tank. Shield battery keeps it alive. Oh, is he really gonna try and collapse on this? Okay, a couple of Zealots coming in from the side. Special, though, luckily for him, did leave a couple of the bio units on top of the tank. Most of the Terran army, though, is still gonna try and make a run for it. Man, this is a very scrappy back and forth game. 4th Nexus has finished up. Haas did take the gases over there right now. This is actually like, at least as far as the Haas games go, this seems like a relatively conventional match, right? I've seen this man go for some crazy builds. I mean, it's relatively conventional. Relatively conventional. Can you please start up Blink? I feel like Blink is such a good upgrade for the resources. Medivacs get spotted by the Zealot run by. A little bit awkward. It's like the Spider-Man meme, you know, where they both point at each other. It's like, you! No! You! These bio units are very low in health, but 4 Zealots is not going to be enough. Terran army moving over in this direction. He hasn't seen the 4th base, but he's sniffing out that it should be there. Arkle now joined the Zealots as well, so... Okay, killing this would actually be quite a big deal. Protoss is going to start running out of money relatively quickly. Looks like he's going to be able to push this back for now. Yeah, those Archons are dealing a lot of damage when they get on top of the army, so you can see Specials constantly running. Archons basically deal a splash damage in a small amount of radius. Like they have a small amount of splash damage that they deal, especially to small units. So if the units are clumped up, like say for example a Archon like attacks one of those Marines, a whole bunch of them around it would get damaged as well. It's not as obvious as say for example a Colossus, which literally shoots laser beams, but don't disrespect the glowy boys, okay? They don't mess around. Special though, already getting himself the enhanced shockwaves upgrade right now for the Ghosts. Ghosts have an ability called EMP. Electromagnetic Pulse, I want to say. Anyways, EMP basically removes the shields out of a Protoss unit. Or energy. Archons, of course, are like 99% shields. So there you go. EMP goes down. You saw it flying across the sky there. Once again, not as obvious as, say, for example, one of those Colossi attacks, but still very noteworthy. It deals a lot of damage. This is actually a really cool back and forth right now. Special getting pushed back a little bit more. Where are the upgrades at? Upgrades relatively easy. Or even, rather. Relatively easy, sure. Finally, we have the Blink upgrade starting up. I don't really like the way that Haas has been playing this Twilight Council. It's okay. Still liking this army here for Special more. Would love to see him starting up +3 here soon too, but... guess it's expensive to afford at this point, or it's costly. Quadruple medevac drop, though, going across the map. Haas doesn't have any stalkers over here on the perimeter, so this could actually get really awkward. This is so many gateways in typical Haas fashion. He's up to 11 over here, but most of it is powered with just a handful of pylons. He sees right now that the medevacs are inside of his main base, so he decides to commit, knowing very well that like 40 army supply for the Terran player is on the other side of the map. The problem is that's the main base, right? So inside of the main base right now, a lot of the structures are being unpowered. A lot of damage is being done by Special. The question is, can Special actually hold on against this big Protoss force? Those Colossi are having an absolute field day. The Archons also picking up a ton of worker kills. The problem is, the workers, they were sacrificed, but it doesn't seem to be in vain, as indeed Special has enough to push back this army. And after losing a main base, Haas has no way of staying in this game. Game number 2 takes place on Beckett Industries. Now, after this particular series got played, a few of you mentioned that apparently this game right here on Beckett is a lot of fun, and that I should really go ahead and cast it. I was originally only gonna cast this game, but I figured, you know what? Kind of want to cast the whole Best-of-5, so we'll find out what ends up going down right here on Beckett. Generally speaking, this map is not particularly great for Protoss, though, so... if I look at the Liquipedia statistics, which basically keeps track of the pro games that are being played in this particular map, Zerg versus Protoss is 58.5% in favor of Zerg at the pro level. That's massive, like that's a huge imbalance. And then Protoss versus Terran has a win rate for Protoss of 45.8%. Essentially what I'm trying to get at is that this particular map is not particularly good for Protoss. So I'm pretty sure, actually, since Terran versus Zerg is also heavily in favor of Terran. Actually, I mean, I have the page open right now. Yeah, Terran versus Zerg is in favor of Terran with 57.3%. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure if you play this map on a ladder... did you look at that, by the way? Special is, quote-unquote, hiding a second barracks inside of his main base. Yeah, well, I guess it's invisible, okay? You literally can't see it. Unless you're a Terran player, but if you're a Protoss player, it's hidden. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're a ladder hero, this map, it's probably only gonna ever give you Terran versus Terran. Don't think a whole lot of Terran versus Protoss will be played. I think most Zerg players and most Protoss players have got this map vetoed. Oh, we didn't see it. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Nexus followed up with a Cybercore, it seems. Bit greedy right there by Haas. Does mean that this Reaper is going to be able to get across the map pretty quickly. Obviously, that's one of the reasons why this map is hard to play, right? The speed-up circles allow units to get across super quickly. Including the Reaper man over here. He's got a jetpack. He's got 2 pistols. He's got his combat drugs somewhere in his back pocket. I don't really know exactly how he administers those. Even though, you know, he's got 2 guns in his hands. They just magically heal outside of combat. Nope. Second Reaper gets spotted right now. This should be a clear indication that has... yeah, there's no way that that one came out of the first barracks, right? I'm assuming he picked up on that right now, so he should know that this is going to be a double barracks opener. Stargate comes up. I think one Adept is not going to cut it, though. Alright, yeah. He goes for a second Adept. There are Marines right now as a follow-up, but 1 Adept versus 3 Reapers is not a match. Normally we see like either a Stalker as a follow-up or... well, a Sentry probably wouldn't be so great, but... okay, Shield Battery comes up in a natural expansion too. I like it. So how much damage can he deal right here with these 3 Reapers? Okay, 2 workers going down so far. Gotta get out of there. 3 Reapers are pretty strong for the probes, but the Adepts can easily beat them in a head-on battle. Stargate has been produced here by Haas. So Haas really is like playing a lot more cautiously here than I actually anticipated. Maybe he's had a bit of a change of ways recently, or maybe he's found out that against these really highly ranked Terran players, it's just not going to happen. Playing those cheeky styles. Either way, this looks like a very conventional way of starting off the game, where Special is the one, once again, playing a lot more aggressively. And I kind of like it. Shield battery is going to be able to keep the probes alive for now. Alright. Second Oracle. So double Oracle start here by Haas. Reapers are just roaming around. They're going to see this Oracle. Yep. I think he did anyway. Maybe he didn't. It was like in his vision for less than like a quarter of a second. Doesn't matter too much though. Good positioning right there. Is there a Widow Mine? There's not. Very brave move right there by Haas. I guess he saw the tech labs. He's like, nope. Made the executive decision to feel safe about it. Cyclone's going to be coming up. I'm always very concerned though. Whenever I play Protoss that I just fly into a mineral line right there. Like that rather with an Oracle. I always get gunned down by one Widow Mine and then I feel bad about myself. It's actually very hard to play the game after you lose a couple of Oracles, right? So really try and keep those alive, but you also ideally want to deal some damage. So a couple workers have gone down so far. Haas utilizing that chrono boost really nicely. He did hit a bit of a supply block though, which is a bit sloppy, but at the very least he's nice and ahead when it comes to the worker count. Yeah, playing a relatively conventional game, right? So nothing too crazy so far. It's going to be a Stargate, triple Oracle. All right, well that's not super common, but nothing too out of the ordinary either. Robo facility right now is a follow-up too. I mean, we see a lot of triple Oracle opener, I guess, against Zerg. But speaking of Zerg, look at the Hydra over there. What? Oh, so he saw an exposed attachment right there. Killing the combat shield upgrade would be nice. Special though, already anticipating it seems. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense now I think of it to actually put the tech lab over there instead, right? Rather than over there. Not something that would happen all too often. Lock on is not going to complete. So far, not a bad situation here for Haas. The Reapers have made their way across the map. Third has already... Ooh, force mate, no. Third has already been acquired here as well by Haas. Usually in this matchup, it's going to be the Protoss player that out-expends the Terran. Nice semi-wall right there by Haas. It's going to lock in the Reapers. And so far, this is looking, yeah, pretty good. So what exactly is Special going to go for here? He's got a missile turret coming up. He's just piling on a lot of units right now. So this is like the 3-1-1, right? The classical Terran setup here. He's going to be able to go for the upgrades. Combat Shield, of course, did already finish. Stimpack is going to come up. Infantry Weapons +1 is coming up as well. The question is, where is he going to go from here? So this is all relatively normal. What are we going to see from here? Twilight Council. All right. Like that better. Sentries being warped in. Colossus being chrono boosted out. Still don't know who this girl is, by the way. Maybe someone in the comment section can let me know. Haas has had that one decal circling around on his neckside for a little while. I'm not entirely sure what. Special gonna pull workers? He's got +1 done. He's got Stimpack. He's got Combat Shield. Okay, no, he's not. This is just a lot of Terran, by the way. Like 67 army supply right now. Going up against 58. Well, I guess right now for Protoss, not too bad. He's got a lot of shield batteries over here, too. Okay, like the fact that he moved out here. Getting a little bit of damage done. Couple pot shots. Okay, one of the units does end up going down. Don't lose the Colossus. Okay, good control here once again by Haas. He doesn't have the extended thermal lance upgrade, though. So these Colossi have far less range. Oracle's actually also just chasing down reinforcements right now. Okay, so he did bring a few SCVs, and he's starting up a missile turret over here. 2 missile turrets even. So missile turrets can hit air, right? Colossi are supposed to be, well, ground units, I guess, theoretically. But he's also able to hit the Colossus with the missile turret. He's been very liberal right now on the Guardian shield usage, which I don't mind. It's just that he hasn't actually engaged yet. And those sentries don't have a lot of energy. Okay, there's one more apparently. Oh my god. Alright, he's gonna continue making what seems to be like a completely entrenched position over here. Is he making a wall? Is the Mexican Terran player making a wall? Wait a second. No, it's not written. No, I don't think this counts as a wall. Although he's sure making the Protoss pay for it so far. Either way. Colossus is coming up. Man, he still doesn't... Can you... Extended thermal lens is extremely expensive, right? It's just that he's had, like, the gas count for it for a while. I guess he's just not willing to afford it. Like, or he's not willing to, like, pay the resources for it, rather. Man, look at this. He's starting up missile turrets. So, in a way, by the way, this is completely all in, right? By special. It's not like he's got a third command center on the Beckett is. He's just set... Okay, well, there you go. Finally. He's just set his rally points over to the other side of the map. Everything's walking across. This is spotted as well by an observer. This is a scary, scary, scary force. I feel like if you're Haas right now, you take this base instead and just evacuate. Because I don't think you're gonna fight this, man. This is too many missile turrets. Those siege tanks are dealing too much damage. They can hit over the little wall here. There's no way. You're not gonna break this. How are you gonna break this? I mean, you could try. I feel like it's gonna go really poorly. Yeah, okay. So fourth Nexus comes up. I think this is... Oh, God. One of... Oh, no. Don't lose a Colossus. Oh, God. Second Colossus. Stalkers. Hello, Stalkers. Stalkers sleeping on the job there for too long. 15... Whoa. Where'd the probes go? Did he? No. Oh, this is a full wall over here. So he sent the probes in that direction. So, by the way, I backed up like 10 seconds. So that's one Colossus that goes down. Second Colossus will soon go down as well. What did he do to the probes? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. So he made so many shield batteries over here that he created a full wall. And the probes were sent on over to this base, I guess. And they were like, okay, we'll take the shortest route there, sir. A lot of units get picked up. Zealots now, going across the map. There's really not that many reinforcements over here, though. Yeah, I quite like this little run by here. Charge is done. That bunker's not going to achieve much as it gets sliced and diced up pretty quickly. I guess it buys a little bit of time. At the same moment, though, we do see now Haas trying to engage this. I don't think you can, dude. That's way too much army right here to engage, especially with the static defense. I feel like if this army still had 2 more Colossi, it would be a lot more terrifying. Either way, 18 SCVs are killed by those Zealots. Haas trying his very best to break out of this position. Now, finally, he breaks out of it, but I think it's maybe gonna come at the cost of this expansion. Special thought about going to the Natural Expo first, but 22 workers have gone down in the natural expansion of the Terran. Keep in mind, like, the main base is practically mined out, right? This game is gonna go wild right now. A lot of SCVs that were building on the other side of the map get killed too. Now, all of a sudden, we have Haas sitting on on 2 bases versus Special. I mean, he's just landed his Expo again. But he's been on 1 base for a long time. Love the fact that he's added on disruptors here too. Big supply block. This is the second supply block I'm catching. Maybe there have been more. I guess one way you can prevent being supply blocked is by giving up a couple of Zealots. But yeah, he needs to make more stuff. Decides to go for an observer right now rather than a... Oh, recall. Okay, nice. He decides to go for an observer right now rather than a disruptor. But I do think you want to be pumping out the big hitters at this stage in the game. So the reason right now why he's switching on over towards those disruptors is because a lot of Vikings were produced, right, by Special. So Special still has 7 Vikings out. They're great against that 1 Colossus, but after that, they're not that amazing. In big battles, usually they get evaporated really quickly when they land. Storm is gonna come up, and the disruptors obviously can deal a lot of damage as well. One Marauder right there having a bit of a dance. Have I been calling Marauders Immortals again? I do this every once in a while, where for some reason I don't know. I call Immortals Marauders and Marauders Immortals. I'm kind of dumb, okay? I've only been playing this game for a couple years. Only like 11. Give me a break. I'm not supposed to know what basic units are called. Haas is currently out on the map, though. One Marauder right there spoiled the surprise by gunning down the warp gate as soon as he got a clear view of it. Yeah, most of the Protoss army is across the map. This is a little bit funky. Archon's ready to intercept, I guess. Either that or they're just too thick to go into the base. Disruptor. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Ooh. Prism, though, does get killed there. You cannot, like, afford throwing away units. Like, I'm gonna just say it again, though. Imagine if this army had 2 more Colossi. Like, it would not even be the same force. Special right now, 27 workers. Has got 3 bases, 46 probes. It's a lot. Haas knows it as well. Army supply-wise, things are actually pretty clear and pretty even. Terran once again transitioning towards ghosts. A couple storms actually come up here because apparently I think Special may have been able to catch a few of those units out on the map. Okay, Special's doing some really wonderful maneuvering right now with the medevacs, though. I think he caught a couple of High Templars on the map. If he can kill the forts, that is nice. He will be able to deny the ground armor level 1 upgrade right there, which is good. Double Forger as a follow-up. Okay. So this is buying time, and that's exactly what Special needs, right? So Special really does need those mules to get those additional resources. He may not have a worker advantage right now, but as far as income goes, those mules do make it a little bit easier. He also doesn't need as much gas as his opponent, so he's actually pulled out of gas right there on one of those refineries, which I do not mind. 4th Nexus being acquired here on the left side of the map. So Special, after going for the slowest of slow pushes, is now forced to turtle up at home for a little bit longer. Well, I say that. He's just unsieging right now. You do need that depot down, my man, if you want to bring tanks out. Either that or you want to send them to the main base? I don't think you do. Nah, I don't think you do. There you go. Ready to roll out! Delighted to, sir! They're just derping around in a natural. Actually, do the StarCraft 2 siege tanks even shout that, or is it only the StarCraft 1 siege tanks? Dude, sometimes I ask myself really basic questions. Oh no! Back up, back up, back up. Was that 4 high? Oh god, that was 4 High Templar. Oh, bro. That is not good. All right. I don't want to claim I'm a StarCraft 2 expert, but I want to say 4, like, High Templar and Prism going down for free is bad. Especially since you just spent all your resources on those units. I mean, a lot of the resources anyway. The Space Wizards were ready to land some storms. The Ghosts right now awkwardly standing around as well. 29 workers end up going down, though. 37 workers end up going down. 30 in the blink of an eye. SCVs running on over to the top left-hand corner where a Zealot was eagerly ready to greet them. Natural expansion right now for the Terran player is going to be evacuated. You know what would be nice? Storm? Or 2 cool... Oh, no, I wasn't going to bring those up anymore. But he's breaking into the natural expansion right now of the Protoss player. Natural expansion of the Terran player, though, also overwhelmed. Command center ends up going down here. Okay, is there going to be a Purification Nova? Because I feel like, yep, there you go. He does have the cooldown available. This Colossus, though, alive for a long time, is now starting to kill a lot of stuff. Terran's going to go into the main base of the Protoss, while the Protoss player is going into the main base of the Terran. The thing is, man, this Zealot, look at him. Look at this guy. He's responsible of all... Pfft, what a madman. Yeah, Terran is capable of lifting structures, right? So... the age-old adage goes, do not base raise a Terran player. And the reason for that is that they fly, right? They can just, like, they have fuel. I don't know how it works either. It's one of the top 10 things that science just can't explain. But, like, those Terran structures can fly indefinitely. Except for engineering base. They used to be able to do that, but now all of a sudden they are incapable. Alright, so Haas is ready to go home and take the head-on battle. Special is apparently rolling down the ramp right now as well, ready to meet him. The R High Templar. A lot of Zealots are caught on the other side of the map. Okay. Is that the Zealot? No, it's not the Zealot. I don't know which one the Zealot is. It had 11 kills. Okay, hold up. While I was looking for that Hero Zealot, I figured we should probably back up and actually look at the fight. It's probably more important than the Hero Zealot. Just take it from me. There's a couple of zealots on the other side of the map, dealing a little bit of damage. All right, good disruptor hit right there. Nipping a couple of those units in the butt. There's a medevac actually with 4 ghosts in it. Ghosts have a skill called EMP. If they can hit the Archons or the High Templar, even better! Oh, God. This Protoss army is not going to be nearly as strong. One storm does end up going down. Disruptor hit. Not going to connect as the Purification Nova is denied when the Disruptor gets killed. Couple of the Vikings still available. I think it's time to land them if you want to indeed have them in the battle. Couple of Zealots were apparently warped in at this Nexus that I didn't even really highlight yet in the game, I don't think. But there it is. GG is cold. And SpeCial just barely obtains the victory. All right, game 3. We find ourselves on Romanticide. Oh, PP, go, go, go. All right. Requesting a pause within 10 seconds of the game. I always wonder. It's probably just SpeCial changing to another playlist or something. Don't know what SpeCial listens to. I know he's a big fan of Korea, so probably K-pop, right? I mean, in general, the Korean players on average are the best at the game. And pretty much all of them, whenever they stream, at the very least before like the whole DMCA drama, they all listened to K-pop while they were playing StarCraft. Could that be the reason why they're really good at StarCraft? Did SpeCial get significantly better because he started listening to... I don't even know if he listens to K-pop, but maybe he does. Correlation equals causation, right? That's how that works. That's just science. All right, I've upset enough people today. Let's find out what goes down here. Okay, Haas? No, this is just scouting. Man, Haas... I feel like if you would cover up the nicknames of the players, I would have never guessed that this was Haas. I've seen Haas play massive ecos on this particular map. The problem is though, right? Like the reason... Okay, so I brought it up, right, earlier in this series. The reason why Haas was very successful at that one tournament and like a couple of other tournaments as well around that same time period is because the strategies he was playing were just not figured out very well, right? So every once in a while, it seems that Haas comes up with a strategy that people are just not familiar with, and then they need to figure out how to counter it, right? However, it's a trick, right? Like oftentimes there's a trick to his play, and once it gets figured out, he has to go back to like the normal. And I think that, well, upon knowing you're gonna play this opponent next, right, you probably try to figure out what their tendencies are. Wouldn't be surprised if SpeCial is very well aware of the ways that Haas has played on this map in the past. Yeah, it's just gonna be something in the back of SpeCial's mind, and he probably knows how to deal with it. Okay, this time around, not a Stargate. We'll have a very quick Twilight instead. I like the Twilight openers, but Micro is hard. We'll see. Yeah, maybe that's what happened though, where Haas's strategy kind of just got figured out and he's just not feeling too comfortable playing that style anymore. That'd be sad. Don't worry though, he'll come up with something new. I do think there's sometimes a bit of a disconnect though in the StarCraft community when people ask about certain skill levels, right? So, for example, whenever I play ladder games on stream, which I do, by the way, Monday through Saturday, usually 2 to 8 p.m. CET for Central European summertime right now. Basically Amsterdam time, Central European time. Anyway, twitch.tv/LowkoTV. But no, I oftentimes get the question of people asking, hey, Lowko, when are you gonna go pro? As in, like, when are you gonna win tournaments? And it's because people look at my rank and are like, okay, usually, like, right now I'm hanging right around rank 130 or so on the GM ladder on North America. People ask, like, hey, when are you gonna go pro, right? And the thing is, being 130, like rank 130 on the Grandmaster League ladder on the North American server is literally still 2,000 MMR away from where the top level guys actually play. So the difference in skill level is so huge that it's not even fair. Like, I am nowhere even remotely close to beating people at the professional level. And the reason why I bring it up is because I can imagine Haas, when he goes through the qualifiers for these particular tournaments, right? Like, he completely shuts down the opponents because he's a very good player. But then when he actually goes up against the top level dogs, like, for example, SpeCial, I mean, SpeCial, I don't really know exactly what his MMR is, but he's certainly one of the best Terran players on the planet. Your shenanigans just doesn't work, right? And I feel like maybe that's the reason why we're seeing him play much more conventional and much more tame, I guess, in this particular series so far. It's also because SpeCial has been playing very aggressively in general, which I quite like. So double fort here from Haas. But you can also see, like, small misplays, right? I mean, I'm gonna bring it up one last time, and then I'll permanently shut up about it. But, like, would Trap have lost those 2 Colossi over at the 3rd base in the previous game? Would he have sacrificed, like, 10 workers to 2 siege tanks because of a misrally? No. I don't think so. So there might just be a little bit of a... Yeah, a bit of a skill cap. I don't mean any disrespect with that. It's just, you know... The game's hard, man. Yeah, so SpeCial, once again, the one in charge of the pacing of this matchup. He takes control right here of the top of the ramp on the Romanticide. He's the one in charge of the early game aggression as well. 3rd base, obviously, a little bit quicker here for Haas. 3rd command center, though, already done right here for SpeCial. Decides to cancel the SCV that was building to go for the orbital command instead. I do like the double forts, though. So Haas definitely wants to go for some of those styles we've seen him play. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So he goes... This is something we've seen him play before. It's basically 2 gases. I'm assuming that 1 probe missing here and that gas is intentional. But really, really quick 4th base. And then no gases at the natural, no gases at the 3rd. Loads of gateways. Very quick double upgrades. Tons of stalkers and tons of zealots. This is a scary build. Because if SpeCial actually sleeps on this for a little bit and he scouts it right now and he's like, it's just gateway units. There's going to be a lot of them. This is like the Zergy way of playing Protoss. You basically make 1,000,001 units. Okay, let's see how SpeCial deals with this. I don't remember actually. Who was it again that he did this against? Haas did like a crazy... I casted that a little while ago. Let me look at my YouTube dashboard real quick if I can find it. Okay, nothing exciting happening. Nah. Haas's new eco cheese is what I called that video. I'll actually go ahead and post a link to it down below in the description of this one. That was Haas versus Cure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was that one where Haas decided to go for a very similar thing. So he sees the Terran army right now moving out. Zealots with good upgrades. They're coming into the 3rd base. I like this build, man. I think it's a lot of fun. It's also very easy to play. So, like, if you're a Protoss player and you're like, you know what, I want to... Like, obviously, to play it perfectly is going to be very hard, right? But this is, like, a relatively easy style to play because there's not that much micro involved. You just kind of, like... You Zerk it, right? Zerks don't really micro. But no, you just, like, get a lot of stuff. Very quick double upgrades. You just get a whole lot of probes, and then you just take inefficient trades. Widowmine drop ready to go across the map. 4 probes still being chrono boosted out, though. So he's going to be able to grab a lot more of them. I've seen him go up to, like, 100 workers with this build. Okay. Prism going in. Do not lose the prism. If you lose the prism... No. Okay, good. No. Hello. What? I don't... No. I don't know. No. I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all. Widowmine drop coming into the natural expansion right now. Basically, Haas has to be in the driver's seat. Like, he's been playing very laid back for the first few minutes of this game. But now, all of a sudden, it's the Terran player who gets to be in charge. And that, I don't think, is what you want. He's also got a lot of money in the bank right now. I guess the gateways are on cooldown. He's only got 9 right now. I feel like you need, like, 12 already. Maybe not. Okay, does kill a bunch of the Widowmines. Nicely done. He needs another warp in, man. Haas, you've got so much money in the bank. Hello, please. Guess he's busy dealing with everything else that's going on right now. Tons of workers are being killed. Base in the top right-hand corner is being acquired as well. Yeah, Special is handling this a lot better than we saw Cure do. Man, why has he got so much money? There you go. Finally another Zealot warp in. Okay. Special's got the 4th CC. Not really quick on that one, but he's killed 21 workers. Are you kidding me? 21? Protoss does finish up 2-2 very shortly. +2 armor is only just now started here for the Terran players. A nice upgrade advantage. But these Banshees, man. Oh my god. 19 and 7 kills. So how many workers have gone down? 35. Special playing his opponent like a fiddle. Here's another Widow Mine drop. Yeah, he's familiar with the antics. Alright. Apparently Haas has had enough. Ready to move into what seems to be his opponent's 4th base, but it's not even landed yet. So he's like, okay. Pushing up that ramp's going to be real hard. Nexus over here, no council it seems. Widow Mine drops over there. Widow Mine drops over there. Banshees over there. It's a disaster. Okay, this one will be cleaned up. What about these over here, though? Or... did he forget about... Oh, God. Did he... He's busy fighting over here. Did he forget about... Did he forget about these? Did he... No. Ouch. Special ripping off the Band-Aid right now. A lot of Protoss still, though. Okay, the Stalkers actually blink to the side right here to open up the door for those Zealots to run in. Stalkers, though, I don't think they're going to cut it against this many Marauders. Do they? Medevacs don't mess around here, obviously. Well, you know what? Haas is still making the best of it. It's just that I think with this kind of style, you don't really have longevity, right? Especially once Terran finishes up 3-3. You need to, like, be overwhelming them hard. If Haas had lost half the workers he's lost this game, this would have actually been really good for him. GG is full. And Special is the one who obtains the victory. In a very fun series. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get notified as soon as future videos go live. Today, I want to give a special shout out to the YouTube members. Thank you very much for your generosity. But for now, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. Don't forget to smile. And I'll see you once again in the next one.